Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. We are later this morning. It was exactly at 7 o'clock this morning I woke up. And the reason I know is because when I woke up, I could hear my mantle clock behind me here. And it was starting to chime out its little thing. And I knew, okay, I could tell that it had chimed 16 notes. And okay, now it's going to bong out the hour. It's probably going to bong maybe 5 times. It bonged 7 times. Yeah, well, can't be early every morning. Now, what are we going to do here today? I am very pleased with the way this came out. We do not need to do a second coat. I have to really look closely to see any place where it might be, you might say, needing it's kind of faint. I think it came out surprisingly good, actually, considering I didn't do any primer. One of the viewers mentioned you seem to be enjoying airbrushing better, or something to that effect. Or aren't you glad that you didn't decide to use a paintbrush to paint this? I forget exactly how the comment goes, but yeah, that's right. I am enjoying it better, and I am definitely glad that I didn't have to paint this large area with a brush, unless it was a big wide one. And of course, some of those brushes that I have downstairs in my workshop, one of these jars, if it loaded up with paint, it would take up the entire jar. Yeah. Okay, speaking of workshop, I did get to go down in my workshop yesterday. I do have the bike box all put together now. The next step is painting it. By bike box, I mean bike box extension. For those of you that maybe don't know what's going on, let's not go into that again. Okay, yesterday when I was going to go downstairs and work on in my workshop, I put a little box outside. What I do is, if I'm going to go down my workshop, or if I can't come to the door, and I think that possibly Missy the dog is going to be coming by for her midday snack, and she comes by usually 3 times a day. In fact, she's probably going to be here in about an hour or less, so maybe we should get ready for that before I forget. Okay, there, we're ready for Missy the dog. Okay, now, she comes by 3 times a day, and usually in the middle of the day, around 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock, she comes by and has another little snack. But she just comes to the door. She doesn't actually come in like you see in the morning. And so what I do is I put a little box outside my door, and on it there's a little sign that says, I can't come to the door right now, this is for Missy. And then I put a little milk bone on there, and if Lorraine or whoever comes by, Missy's not too disappointed. Most of the time I do see them coming, and I'm not sitting here staring at my monitor, but I see movement in the corner of my eye, and I look to see what it is, and oh, hey, Missy's at the door. Okay, yeah, so I go and when I go to retrieve the box later, I've got this laying on my step. As soon as I picked it up, I knew instantly what it was. This is probably from our friend Alex. We'll open it up later. Thanks. Thank you very much. Okay. Sunrise this morning. We had it. The sun came up. But it's still cold. Minus 8.1 Celsius. Yeah, if it doesn't warm up, we're not going to lose much snow. Although I'm looking right now, and I can see the streets. The streets are pretty bare. And I was noticing that last year at this time, in fact, it was about 3 or 4 days ago now, this last year, if that makes any sense, I was out on my e-bike. Yeah, so We actually had a little bit less snow last year at this time. I did this morning. I plugged in the charger on my e-bike. I'm going to maybe take it out for a spin this afternoon, just for the fun of it. Haven't been out on it since last year. So anyhow, enough about the bikes. Enough about bike boxes. What are we going to do here today? Well, I think we're probably going to maybe paint some of these smaller parts here that need to be painted, that have to be stuck down. I mean, that was the idea. We get this painted so we could put these down. But we can't put these down until they're painted, and have to decide what color am I going to use. I will get our, where's my swatches here? Yeah, we'll get our swatches here, and we'll check any of these swatches. What we're probably going to use. Oh, I kind of think so. Okay, the 66 here. That swatch I did way back in the Bismarck days, but no, it's too similar. I think the 19. Yeah, the 19 is pretty much the way the plastic is right now. Well, we'll decide later. Okay, put this back. I wonder if it would be a good idea maybe to page ahead. Okay, we're right now we're working in step number 7. Just let me move my coffee. Oh, speaking of pizza day, today's pizza day is going to be different. Yesterday I fell off the wagon real bad. When I say fell off the wagon, I mean I fell off my diet. So I don't know. We'll have pizza day, but it's going to be different. Okay, so we're in step number 7. We got all these pieces, but I'm just wondering if possibly we should maybe see what do we have to do in step 8 here. What is needed? Is there any more little pieces that we could get to paint? No, I'm not seeing any. Actually, step number 8 wants us to stick these pieces down into the hull. Okay. I better peruse ahead a little bit and see if that's a good idea. I think it was Mark in Australia, Aussie Frenchman. He said that what he'll do is he'll go through the manual a couple of times and make notes if he sees anything that seems to be kind of out of order or where he might have a problem. That's a good idea. I should do that. I'm not what you would call an experienced modeler, that's for sure. Yeah, these bigger, more complicated kits, the manual is not always written in order the way it should be, if that makes any sense. It's almost like when they design the ship in the factory, they don't actually put one together before they write the manual. If that makes any sense. Okay, let's get going here. Maybe we should open our package. Yeah, we'll open our package first and look at exactly what it is. I know what it is, but I don't know what size it is. Anyway, yeah. Okay, my clocks are starting to gong. I did not plan it that way, but in all likelihood the big mantle clock behind me is going to start gonging, and it's going to probably overpower what I want to say. That's one of the reasons why I quit having them going. I actually have 5 mechanical clocks here in the living room, or within listening distance, and when they all start going at the same time, it's unbelievable. Okay, this is exactly what I thought it was. I just didn't know what size we had going on here. Okay, wire wrapping. Okay, it looks like okay, this is number 24. And this looks like it's more number 24, but it's different kind. Oh, it's the same size, but different colors. Now that's handy. Okay, There goes the mantle clock behind me. I like the sound of it. There's no question about it. It's just that I have to learn to not let it distract me while I'm flapping my lips. Okay, thank you, Alex. This is, I guess you might call it plastic-coated plastic jacket, whereas the other wire that I have, it's sort of a varnish jacket. So I do not have any wire like this except heavier wire. This is going to be absolutely perfect, I believe, for the wire wrapping tool that Alex sent us. So yeah, we will try that out, but not now. When we get to the LEDs, I will be slipping on the macro lens, and we will be doing a nice close look, as I usually say. Okay, thank you, Alex. That was very, very nice of you to do that. Hello, Missy. Hello.
Hi, Ron.
Hello, Max. So,
You got your Missy apron on.
yes, I got it on this time first. I thought this might work better. We'll see what happens.
Oh. Oh dear. I have two kids. I don't think I have two hairs going in the same direction. My friends would say, well, at least you have hair.
Yeah, at least you have hair. That's right. Well, I don't need to worry about that.
You know, there's on the corner, there's a piece of ice across the road that wide. So I would think that in 7 days you'll be on your way. And it's probably clear all the way here. Like, if you can get to Donwood, you can go on the motorcycle.
Well, I plugged in my e-bike this morning. I'm charging it up, and I thought I might try and get out on the e-bike this afternoon.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, see what happens. See, the problem is with the e-bike now that it's so unreliable, I'm scared to go any distance with it.
Well, take your cell phone and call me. And
the problem is
come.
The problem is, what could we do? If you did come, and we couldn't put the e-bike in the back of your car.
I'll walk it home.
Well, yeah, I think I could too, just very slowly.
Up to a certain distance, yeah.
Yeah, I can go probably about 1 mile an hour. So the worst that could happen is if I go a mile away, it'll take me an hour to get home. Bye, Missy. Hey, you forgot something.
It's the stick.
Oh, she thinks so.
Oh, yeah. You see her look up at it and say, whoop, bye. She says, that's a weapon. She doesn't know the difference between a camera and a weapon. I'm gathering my income tax papers today.
Oh, yeah, it's that time of year.
Yeah, I'll take it to the accountant, I think, on Tuesday. And I'll see you this afternoon.
We'll see you this afternoon. Bye, Missy.
Have fun on the bike ride. Take your cell phone. Call me if you need me.
Okay. Yeah, there seems to be lots of bare pavement out there. Unfortunately, there's a lot of ice to get to it. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Now, Missy seemed to be in a big hurry to get home this morning. Now, I don't know why that was. That's the first time she's ever done that. She's only too happy to come and for her last little pat, you might call it, I guess. Anyway, alrighty, let's put these with the other wires and carry on here. Okay, I've already got the can't talk and work at the same time here. I've already got the bow section removed from the paint jar. I think I got everything here. This blue tack is really good. You can use it over and over and over again. Okay. Now I do want to be careful and remember not to handle this flat paint any more than I have to, even though most of this is going to be out of sight. Now, blue tack is great for removing blue tack that's stuck to something like that. There we go. We're as good as new. What do I got going on here? Maybe I should get rid of that because it could be that this has to go down onto something. Where are my pliers here? And this one has a little bit. Okay. Yeah, these came out really nice. Really nice. Now, before I actually can spray, I have to decide what color am I going to spray these things. I was thinking the 19 is probably way too light. What would be the best way to hold on to this? Maybe I got the wrong tweezers here for this. Yes, I do. Okay, let's reposition here. Okay, now these are supposed to actually plug in right there, like that. So what color would look the best? I just want to see, doing a sort of a dry fit here. Why can't I get this? Okay, now, here's what I'm thinking. As far as I know, this is the number 82. It's what we painted the side of the hull with. Remember, we had the hull red, the black line, and I'm pretty sure this was the 82, even though I didn't write it down, and I should have. Now, I'm thinking that these parts that are going to go on this deck, they could be painted the 82. However, I would not want to be painting small parts that are going to be stuck on the side of the hull, the 82, because they'll just blend right in, right? At least that's my thinking on it. I know maybe I'm too big on that sort of thing, but I like to have contrasting grays. I found that on the other builds it seemed to really look good, even though it might not have been the right color. So let's use the 82 for all these little small parts here that have to mostly go on the deck. Like some of these square pieces, they go on things like this, even though this is not actually the piece that goes on there. You can give you an idea. Now I think the 19 would be too light. Yeah, we'll do the 82. So let's try and set these things up. Some of these are going to, I think we'll use the double-sided masking tape on a lot of these pieces, and we'll do it the way we did the Bismarck and the Rodney and the Hood, and I think also the Iowa. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so here's what's happening. There is not going to be the traditional pizza day where I put it in the microwave and warm it up and go, I just can't do that. Even if I was to cut this in half and just have half of it, I probably would, it would whet my appetite so badly that I would have to have the rest of it. I did really bad on my diet yesterday, as I mentioned earlier. We're going to put this back in the freezer. Well, I told you it was going to be a different pizza day. Sorry about that. I have nobody to blame but myself. I'd like to blame somebody else, but I did really good yesterday on my diet up until I'm guessing 6 o'clock in the evening, and then that was the end of it. So this is going back in the freezer until next week. Oh, I gotta rotate it, right? Okay, yeah. Well, Canadians are big in saying sorry, aren't they? So, sorry. Okay, I did stir this up with the paint stirrer, and then I shook it in the back room with the paint shaker, and it's thinned down to probably about, I guess, a third thinner, same as yesterday. And I think we're ready to go, and this is the number 82. Looks a little watery to me, but it's probably going to be okay. Now I'm really glad that I started using these filters. Since I started using them, I haven't had too much trouble. In fact, I haven't had any trouble with plugging. Guess I didn't need to add any more. We just gotta paint these 30 tiny little pieces here on 5 rotating blocks. So don't know how long this is going to take me, but we may as well get our lids on. I do have to recompose a little bit here. And we may as well do this one first. I'm just going to test this. I'm going to recompose a little bit here. Oh yeah, that's going to be really nice. And my oh, let's not forget. The reason I do that is to help prevent spitting. It works for me. Okay, let's get ourselves positioned so we can zoom right in there. Okay, I think we more or less got it. This one here looks like it could maybe use a little on this side of this larger piece. I think I basically got it. We're not going to notice it if anything isn't quite right. Now these little tiny, whatever they are, they almost look shiny on the top, but I don't think they could possibly be wet still. They're not cured, but they almost look glossy. But maybe it's just my imagination. Anyway, tomorrow we'll put the macro lens on and take a nice close look. We're going to wrap her up for today. About 10 minutes ago, I saw Missy the dog going down the street for a walk. And that means she'll be probably coming to the door in, I'm guessing, about another 10-15 minutes. Her afternoon walk is usually quite long, sometimes way over half an hour. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about all we can do here for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.